Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 1 between Icecrown Citadel Knights and... Oh, that's what I was supposed to change. They have actually set it up, so Icecrown Citadel Knights is the blue team. So let me go ahead and come out here, press this lovely button real quick, press update, and get back into the game. Oh no, you saw behind the curtain? How can I let this happen? Terrible. We are going to go ahead and have... Oh, I do not remember the bands. I have the same 30-second lag that you do in terms of what I'm looking at. We did go ahead and have ICCK, did ban out Cursed Hollow and Practice Holdout. PRS is banning out basically the Diablo maps, Infernal and Battlefield. And we are going to Tomb of the Spider... No, Towers of Doom at the request of Icecrown Citadel Knights. So we will have PRS getting first ban and first pick. Here we go into the game. Hi! Going to be first ban on that Tychus. Very, very likely going to see either a Deathwing or a Diablo based on that ban. Do not want to see any shredding of flesh happening. Possible chance of Cho'Gall. Tychus is very good at Cho'Gall, but at the same time, don't see Cho'Gall very often, so I'm not sure that's what we'll actually run into. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure, Shinboku. This has been a crazy night. I really should stop doing these. Even when I get permission, I get so stressed whenever I have a game that's starting late. Even though, you know, I'll ask if I can get... Because in theory, you should finish a game within an hour and a half. But that only applies when the teams actually get ready to go in a reasonable time frame. Everyone wants to sit around and eat a sandwich between every match, and I'm like, stop it! We do have the first pick by Kikizi coming out on Stukov. They pick Stuk? Love to see it.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
It is a perfect day for some mayhem. We also do go ahead and have the list screen on that Dahaka and Shinboku on Junkrat. Zul going to be on the... So Dahaka versus Zul, interesting. This is something that Licks will have to struggle into early game, but once the enhanced agility gets stacked, you can just get the zoomies. Basically, Dahaka becomes a massive cat and just goes boo, 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 boo. I'm the best caster. This is Kobe is taking his trademark Varian. Honestly, if you ever just see this is Kobe, just get rid of Varian. It's literally the hero I kind of feel like if you went to Kobe's house, Kobe is just Varian sitting there playing the computer. He gets really mad when he does get to play Varian. I'm completely making this up. Do not count this as real. Lunara is going to be banned out. Speaking of heroes with the zoomies, with the new Lunara move, I don't want to call it a bug because it's not a bug. Optimization. Lunara move optimization. Definitely something you can run into. This is just me. I feel like I might be manic depressive because I just like go, and then I'm just like, okay, waiting for something to talk about. Ooh, the garage being banned out. Definitely Throw Boy. You're not gonna get tongue in the throat. Not on their watch. They're not interested in that. This is Heroes of the Storm. You can put your tongue against someone without their without them being okay with it, or you can put hands on someone without them being okay with it, but you can't do both at the same time. That is what is being said right now by Phoenix Rising. That is a joke that I should not have said. As it came out, I'm like, there is no saving this.
Is worth fighting for.
Let's fly.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Alright, we have so far. Sorry, people keep pinging me. I'm like, stop. You can see the little purple indicator next to my name. Please stop messaging me. Oh, ooh, Falstad. I like that. I like Falstad. Falstad is definitely a, you know what? I'm going to actually mess things up and take the 2 top ones, blow you off them instead of taking the bottom one on the 3 shrine or the 3 altar bases. But so Leviathan on Sylvanas can just push. Push, power with Leviathan. Fight time! We do, ooh, double global, triple global? Are you guys seeing this? I'm seeing this. I am seeing global on global on global. Jennifer coming in here cheering on ICCK. I was actually going to cast them. They were going to be the match right before this one, and then they weren't able to play, and I got super sad and I cried. But regardless, we are going into the game right now. Look forward to it. I know I am. See you then, and be awesome. All right, and here we are going into the game right now. Coming in on the Cyan side, we have Icecrown Citadel Knights. The Kingdom of Calamity. That doesn't actually, that's KC, not KK, but oh well. You have to be careful having a string of K words. It gets very bad very quickly. We have Shinboku coming out on that there Junkrat. Credit Clown playing May. Won't someone think of the science? We do have Chorus coming in Falsehead, Lich Queen on Dahaka, and Wait to Go playing that there Bright Wing. On the other side, in the orange, we do have Phoenix Rising Sapphire. The Soldiers of Slaughter. We do have a Leviathan coming out on Sylvanas. Elder Rob playing the Zool. K Kissel is on that Stukov. This is Kofi on Varian, and Side Piece playing Tassaface. Tassaface. So there is the rotation down, and then the rotation back up. I'm not sure what happened there. Slight miscommunication. So we have the battle up top. This is, like I said, something that I expect Eldorod to win in terms of the soak. And yep, Eldorod was already leading. But here is Korix. Korix is not going to let Zool have any easy peasy stuff. But Korix does go ahead and take a cannonball to the face. This is Pirate Falsehead. You'd think he would have a, like, being used to taking cannonballs, but it still does a lot of damage. I have always called him Tassaface. I don't know how it started, but literally every time I scout, I use the term Tassaface. Alright, we do have Credit Clown. Credit Clown scoping this out, being like, I see what you're doing. You're not gonna trick me. I'll just wait for you to get this a little bit lower. And then, here I go! Credit Clown! We do have the first kill onto Stukov. Leviathan trying to stand on this, trying not to let everyone else have it. There is a blind happening. Lich Queen goes out, but we do have Leviathan actually getting away. This could be also retreats, but the Sapphire camp is picked up and is in favor of Icecrown. Moving out and being like, hey, there's a nice friendly tower. Tower goes down almost instantly. This is going to give an experience advantage, doubly so, over to the side of Icecrown Citadel. Level of defense, we already up to 1 stack of enhanced agility. Freaking Flyer is up to 4 stacks. On the other side, we do have the Guardian Amulet already up to 17. So here comes everyone else coming back and forth. Oh, nice boop. Leviathan goes flying. Sylvanas can kind of fly in the cutscenes, but not so much in game, so it makes her very, very upset when her feet leave the ground. At least when banshees aren't involved. Falsehead going to come over here. Dahaka nicely comes out. There's no free turn in for you, sir.
Claim the altars in my name. The Reborn Lord demands it.
Is a channel from Leviathan. It does not look like they're going to be able to stop that. But they do go at... No, never mind. Shut my mouth. They do stop it. Crackdown takes a lot of damage, but my gosh, Kobe does catch a mine to the ankle. And there is Stukov going down as well. One more time.
Enough of this
Poor Elder Rob trying to deal with the Haka, but then we have Leviathan is coming up and trying to do this, but there's a lot of enemies coming in. Leviathan, you need to be careful. Clown is going to slide. Oh, almost boops you away and into safety, but not quite. And Lich Queen goes ahead and channels this. There is a triple altar from the triple global down to 28 on the side of not Icecrown, on the side of Phoenix Rising Sapphire. This is the battle of Purse versus Ick. Also in the middle of all that, with the 4 kills, we are up a full level for Icecrown Citadel and a talent tier for the time being. Cannot underestimate the value of that, and they're going to keep going. The Queen says, I want this mercenary camp. However, with 2 of them not there, I just this is going to happen. But there is a kill onto Tassadar. Leviathan is the next target. We do have Chorus looking. Leviathan does Banshees move out, but it looks like we're going to have Sugop taking the ultimate prize. Kobe trying to get out of there. Kobe does go ahead and great tongue pulls them right into the blizzard. Can you imagine just how much Dahaka is committed to winning this game in the middle of a raging blizzard, and Dahaka sticks their tongue out? I have been in the middle of cold situations. You do not do that. Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. You are not a dinosaur. Here is Credit Clown going to pick this up. Korg says, you know what? Mana is nice. There's this blue bar and mine is almost empty and that makes me sad. Alright, Kobe ran in order to hit Junkrat when the rest of the team was nowhere nearby. I'm not, like, obviously Kobe does have taunt, but there was no one able to follow. At least he didn't use the taunt. It was still kind of weird. Oh, nice ice wall. Clown catches 2 people in an ice wall. Kobe trying to move back, but has to avoid the blizzard. There is a gust and a double hit from the Riptire. Kobe goes down. Stukov goes down. Kobe is stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle without you.
This red.
We have another 4 shots coming out of Icecrown, and it looks like Tassa Face is about to be Tassa destroyed. Bye-bye. 10 kills to 1, and now they're moving in. Sylvanas has turned that off, although not for very long. Never mind, Sylvanas on the other team. Elder Rob came up here, and Elder Rob was checking the boss. They were not actually going for the boss, they were baiting the boss. There's quite a bit of damage, but it looks like Elder Rob will escape. The Queen taking a couple of cannonballs to the butt. Here we have everything else moving down at the area below. Nice boot forward. There is the Polymorph. Tried to go for the stun. There is the Riptire. Riptire goes ahead and again moves Kobe a little bit out of position. But it looks like Stukov with the flailing arm goes and pushes people back. Kobe is going to escape for right now. But unfortunately, escaping is not winning. Escaping is just not losing. There's another amazing. This Junkrat. If I were PRS, I would definitely not let them have Junkrat again. They have done amazing things with it. Nom. Another single altar phase. We do have level 10s for everyone. We have Isolation, Ice Wall, Emerald Wind, Mighty Gust, and Riptire. We've seen a lot of these already used, but I haven't actually said them. Poison Nova, Warbringer, Archon, Mind Control, and Flailing Swipe. Kobe again just takes a chunk of damage. Does taunt the May. May goes ahead and goes into her D. There's a Polymorph coming down, and Falstad is joining the fight. There is a single... Tassadar is caught in the ice, and Leviathan gets taken out. It does look like Tassadar will survive. Let some survive. And we do go ahead and go down to 20 health on PRS's core. Nice tongue. A lot of problems for Elder Rob. Do go ahead and catch a couple of cannonballs. Cannonball!
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Meanwhile, in the area I should actually be looking at, we do have a blue team moving in, getting a fort. They only need 4 altars to win the game at this point. The good news is there is a 0% chance this next altar phase will be a 4 altar phase. Alright, there is the stun, and once again Kobe is just kind of trapped. Here come the sappers. They're trying to make room. They're trying to keep their opponents away. And they do it. All 3 shots go in, and we are down to 17 health. The good news is that doesn't change the math. They still need 4 altars. The bad news is the boss basically counts as an altar at this point. Alright, there's the Poison Nova and a dead Zool.
Lay claim to the altars. Do not disappoint.
Alright, Kobe goes ahead and gets boot back. There is a frozen Kobe, a Kobe sandwich. My god, Kobe has just gotten hit with every single piece of ice, but great mind control. False Head gets exploded and deleted. Does go forward in order to do the gust, but a very on point Dark Lady's Call just goes ahead and completely nullifies that.
Let the grave keep.
However, we are down to 9 health. Here is the boss. The good news is they have taken back bottom, so they will need 2 altars to win still, or to take the back tower first.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Alright, they are doing a great job. But here's the problem. They need a tank with more survivability than Varian has. Varian is really good at locking people down, but not so good at surviving, and they are just putting such focused damage on him and keeping him from using his buttons that he can't go protected. So Varian just kind of pops, and once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The altars rise. Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our
So,
that leads to the battleground center.
They do need to capture 2 altars here in order to win, they being ICCK.
I've opened my tunnel as well.
Lich Queen and Zool are up top, and they are making their stand. Shinboku is channeling. They need to be able to stop this. There is no contesting the top ones.
My name.
And that's it. GG indeed. Do have a double hit. Not a perfect game. They do go down to 36 health at the end, but you know what? You don't need a perfect game, you just need a victory, and they got that. Congratulations to Icecrown Citadel Knights for a very decisive game number 1. Going to look very forward to what PRS brings us into this next draft in order to not let that happen again. Looking at the stats at the end of the game, I don't like compare it directly, but we do have Brightwing, Way to Go, just absolutely running away with the healing, 46,000 healing. Looking at damage, Shinboku leads the way. Although honestly, Junkrat was not amazing for his damage. Just the continual repositioning Shinboku was able to do. Super love to see it. Clap. Falset comes out with 30,000, and then Tastar with 22,000. And that ever-important Soak, we do have Zool outdoing Dahaka. Dahaka wandered off in order to fight pretty often, but you know what? You can't complain with the results, and the results was a very decisive and amazing victory for Icecrown Citadel Knights. Well done. I'll see you in game number 2 in just 1 moment. Hello guys, welcome to game number 2 on Alterac Pass. This was once again chosen by Icecrown Citadel Knights because Phoenix Rising did choose first pick. You may notice that we have switched the teams. That's the way they set up the lobby. Apparently they realized that PRS was the home team. Obviously I can switch it very easily in the cast, so it wasn't hard for me to keep up. But do keep in mind that Icecrown is the red side this time around and Phoenix Rising is the blue side. So we do have the first ban. I must have missed all that because we did definitely have ICCK getting the first battle, or maybe I got confused because of the switching of the sides. But we do, so I guess this was actually the pick of map pick coming out of PRS. Completely off my game. We do have Aspen banned out. They do take away Lich Queen's Dahaka. They say no, no. 1 second, I have to type in chat. I just love that emote. Don't judge me. So we do go ahead and have Gaslow being banned out, and then the Junkrat. Interesting. Shinboku was 100% the Junkrat in the previous game. Oh, okay. Again, I get confused because they switched sides. But okay, that makes a lot of sense. Not going to give Shin the Junkrat. I said the Junkrat was making the plays for days. Okays? Do have false edge being picked up by Corix? Does not want to give that away either. Not going to. They switch sides. I will get this straight. I promise. Once again, we do have Corix on the false daddy. Kobe is coming out on May. Does not want to give May the credit clown. May was entirely too effective. But Kate Kissel is going to go and get on Brightwing with the crown. So you guys might be the knights, but I'm a queen. I love how I took the time to tell all of you that, you know, they'd switch sides and not get confused, and then I consistently spend the next several minutes getting confused. Alright, the Garage comes out of Credit Cloud, followed up by Wade to Go on the Anduin. I wonder, what does Wade to Go mean? I have to ask, I have to know. Because Wade to Go is 100%, like, I want to go somewhere and get a Wade. Wade's coming on consignment? I have questions. Sonya is going to be the pick coming out of the PRS, because I'm getting straight on which side is which. I mean, honestly, it does make more sense. At least Phoenix Rising Sapphire is the blue team. Like, they kind of should be. Like... And the second ban, or the third ban, second ban phase, we have Li Ming, interesting. Obviously a scouted one, because Li Ming was not in the previous game. So we still need an offlaner in both of our damage coming out of the side of PRS.
Anytime you're ready.
Side piece is going to be a Raider. I'm also, let me just say, I love that name. Side piece is a great name. Oh, and then Baby Ragnaros. Lich Queen, what will you do against the Lord of Flames? The baby Lord of Flames? The toddler of Flames? Okay, Lich Queen going with Blaze. Very, very different from the Heka. Blaze should not do damage to Ragnaros. I have fought Ragnaros in Classic. You cannot do fire damage to him. It doesn't work. I object. I'm going to write a letter to my senator about this. This is not okay. We do also have Hanzo being picked up by Shinboku since Junkrat was cruelly taken away.
I am the destroyer.
And then that happened. So we do, amazingly enough, have PRS coming out with the double raid comp. With both, you know, Leviathan and Romeo. Only one raid boss on the other side in the form of Garage, and frankly, Garage is kind of a crappy raid boss. Like, nothing as towering and magnificent as Ragnaros or Deathwing. They were the pinnacle of their expansion. Garage was just some dude that didn't even get killed in his encounter. Don't talk to me about Garage. Garage is stupid. I might be bitter. Alright, and coming into the game, over on this side of the Cyan, the Icecrown Citadel Knights. We do have a lot. I was trying to think of something clever to say, and they're not. The Phoenix Rising Sapphire. We do go ahead and have Kate Kizzle is playing the Brightwing, Romael on the Ragnaros, Leviathan on Deathwing. We do go ahead and have Kobe playing the May, and side piece on Jimmy Rayner, the Cowboy. On the other side, we do go ahead and get Shinboku coming out on that Hanzo, Credit Clown in the Garage, Lich Queen playing Blaze, Way to Go on Anduin, and Korix playing the Fall Steady. Credit Clown has no chill, says, I don't care. My guy, he was just like, I'm going on an adventure? Call me Lily? I think they were so confused because he just like came all the way across the bridge, was like, I'm just going? We have Frequent Flyer and then Redemption coming out of Hanzo and Falstead. Only Shifting Meteor already up to 13 stacks coming out of the Ragnaros. Leviathan, Birdman versus Dragon Man. The screen going back and forth is kind of losing this matchup so far, although I don't know how much they've actually fought. She is the Mage Queen. We do go ahead and have Kizzle coming over here with side piece in order to get this camp. On the other side, we do have Shinboku and Way to Go. Meanwhile, the Battle of the Tanks in the middle. Credit Clown versus This Is Kobe. I love how Credit Clown, like, for a second, he's just gonna like walk up again. I'm like, you do know your team's not around anymore? Even if you throw Kobe, it's not gonna do anything. There's Anduin. Credit Clown definitely sidestepping the healing from Anduin's beam. Well done. I should be nice, it's just hard. There's Lich Queen fully healed, hiding in a bush. Hiding in the bushes. I love Deathwing. Deathwing is like, I don't need to go out. I can just sit here. Nom 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 nom. And walking back. Don't blame them though. Falstad is fast enough that and Deathwing is slow enough that Falstad can just like get a lot of free hits off the lightning.
Our scouts report that the Horde's keeping some of our soldiers prisoners. Get ready to free them.
Oh, Credit Clown may be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, great. Anduin does have to go ahead and blow the D to pull them out. Great body block. I love that. We're just like, ah! So definitely not as... Well, never mind. I was going to say not as favored for Icecrown's last game, and then right as I say that, we have May gets exploded. This is Kobe has temporarily changed his name to This Was Kobe. Is Leviathan going to go airborne? It looks like the answer is yes, and whoosh! Once again, we have the camps being picked up by both sides. Slightly faster over on the side of Phoenix Rising Sapphire. And with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Credit Clown going back and forth. There is side piece moving around. They're looking at their opponent's camp, but neither side really wants to commit to an attack just yet. Here comes Deathwing. Goes in and gets out of there. A lot of damage onto Credit Clown. Is Blind is trying to survive. There is a... What? Was Lich Queen really not taking damage from that? I was kidding about the whole, like, resistance to fire thing. There's Wiz going in, does his stun on Kobe, and there is Kobe going ahead and going in, and then having to retreat back out. Deathwing flies over the battlefield, goes ahead and cloaks it in flame. No kills yet. Lich Queen goes in, gets very, very deep, possibly too deep. There is some free meteor stacks as they try and retreat back out. There is a stun onto Shinboku. Decent bit of damage on the Chorus, but does have to pop the D. Almost no health left on this, or no mana left on this Kobe. But you know what? Now health as well. I was right. I just wasn't right when I said it. I'm a future psychic, you guys. Also, future psychic. We have Hanzo taking out a dragon. Hanzo being here. It took me too long to think of that joke, but I'm like, Hanzo sitting over here being like, the dragon is consumed? Hanzo eats dragon? I don't know, don't ask me. There's Leviathan going ahead and doing a big old land. Say, hey, get out of here, this is our camp. You don't belong in this world. There is a stun, but Leviathan gets in the way. Leviathan cannot be stunned. Leviathan is impervious to your like silly mortal weight throwing. Hello, Voxlays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Knights are moving in. Knights are up 1-0. Very dominant series in game 1, but they look like they may be pushing off point right now. Leviathan is chasing them out. Leviathan is a big old dragon. We're going to go ahead and get this channeled, and we do have the Alliance Dwarf pounding away. He's got a big old fist, and then more importantly, he's got a big old ram, and the ram is really, really good at smashing things down. They've got a head built for it. Leviathan down to about 50% health. He is going to have to fly away, but mate, yep, does get taken out by Hanzo once again. The brother Shimada. Respect in the face. Actually, they didn't. And we have once again we have Mei and Deathwing going down. Same two that were killed in the first time in the engagement. And we do get the ram pacified. Say, hey, keep that still, or we'll like put an axe to your ram and just okay. Also, level 10, hello? Can you say a level advantage? Because I sure can. We do go and have Bunker Drop, Light Bomb, Mighty Gust, Dragon Strike, and Warlord's Challenge coming out of Icecrown Citadel Knights.
Will be here soon.
All right, here come the Wolf Riders. This is just me. Even though I'm Alliance baby, I still really like the Wolf Riders more than the Red Riders because wolves are awesome. Like, hello. There's an ice wall, but it does end up catching no one. Predathon goes in for the throw, says, I want to kill something. Unfortunately, they are all going to stand back behind the wall and say, hey, guess what? You can't throw a tower. And Garashkin's like, I can try. Okay, I can't throw a tower. There are no walls down below. Garage should be fighting down here. Although, granted, Garage could not throw Leviathan. I love how that works on both. Right? Like, you can say Leviathan because that's his name. You can also say Leviathan because it's a totally accurate description for Deathwing. Now, here's the real question. Do you think that Icecrown... Here's the big problem, actually. Against another team, I think Leviathan would be having trouble because we all know Leviathan is unable to attack unless the defending player has an island in play. Now, granted, the Icecrown Citadel Knights have ice right in their name. They can't get rid of the water inherent to their team, but another team, they might have more of a problem. Yes, that was an incredibly meta nerd joke. Deal with it. Oh, great Dragon Arrow coming through, or Dragon Strike, I think that is. Kobe doesn't get out of it, and then Kobe tries to retreat the other way, actually ends up blocking himself out of his retreat path, but then turns around and says, you know what? Maybe I should run towards my own towers instead of just off into the woods. Critical takes a bit of damage, is going to be zoned out for just a second by that blizzard. So a decent bit of damage coming in on this wall. There goes one of the towers.
Time for some action! Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde!
Alright, we do go now Falstaff up at the top of the map. Kind of doing a roving. There is another amazing rifle. Oh, and Leviathan just goes over, catches the entire area. The bunker only helps so much whenever the ground is on fire. Clown and Licorice take a lot of damage, but we do have a retreat. Clown gets caught in the fire for just a second, takes a lot of damage, but we do go ahead and have one kill on the side of PRS so far, so this is a slight advantage for Icecrown. Leviathan moved a little bit too far forward. Horus is like, no, I want this. Hanzo's gotten all the kills on Deathwing, I want one! And indeed, Deathwing does go down. There's a second kill for Garage. Moving over here, going to go and take their opponent's camp. Do a lot of pressure to this front wall and give them an extra barrier to go through. Now, Raynor is coming in, does move back, still gets caught by the Anduin stun. Rambo moving in, but they don't have their mate and they don't have their Deathwing, so this is not really something they can contest, although they still try and get some what damage they can. 15 seconds on the Wolf Riders. And boom, there we go. Kobe gets... I love that Ice Wall catches 3 people. We have a Dragon Strike that does absolutely nothing, but there is a kill onto both May and that Brightwing. So once again, 2 people down right as the wolves start coming out. Look at him. He's been in jail for so long and he wants revenge. Roar! This has been your cinematic attack. I feel like there should be like battle drums going. Alright, and it definitely seems like this is not going to be a fort with any chance of survivability. And like that, it was gone. Up top, this is the next big one. Of course, really should not be here. There's way too much of the enemy, but because they've gone up here to try and defend the top area, they're not defending the bottom, and that is a very, very healthy Wolf Rider with a lot of bonus damage from its aura of spell power. Ragnaros goes ahead and gets annihilated. There's a nice zoning ice wall, and the Wolf Rider does go down. Dragon Strike comes out, gets a little bit of damage to Kikizzle, but it just looks like it's going to be a retreat. Only Ragnaros getting killed in that. And with that being said, we do go ahead and have everyone kind of moving out of the area. Falstad is once again moving back forward. Did see a lot of people rotate down and says, well, if you're all going to rotate down, I'm going to start moving back in on your structure. There was some consideration for doing the boss, but they decided not to. And now they're deciding to again. So boss is being picked up. Opposing boss on the other side is coming in. Leviathan goes ahead and lands with the Calamity. by fire by purge. The lava wave goes up top, does completely obliterate the incoming camp, and leaves the boss all by itself to run into the defenses. This does mean that they are pushing with the boss. They do not mind what the boss is going to do to their bottom lane. But also, it does not look like we're having a large amount of defense coming out. Never mind. Okay. They are moving back now. So with that, they are moving in. They need to stop this boss from happening. The other boss is running unopposed. Leviathan goes ahead and lands. There's a Dragon Strike, goes through. A lot of damage onto the Molten Cord Ramiel. No real lasting damage, but there goes Mayo one more time. One more time. Oh, nice job on the Raider, knocking this Queen back. This Queen was going in for a triple stun, and Raider's like, you want to go that way, please? And this Queen's like, oh, okay. That's not what this Queen sounds like at all. But it might be what Blaze sounds like. Boss has gotten through the wall and is going ahead and smacking on a keep. This is potentially a win condition. The boss will not actually take this down, but the keep is down to about 7,000. And actually, roughly even, like, on this side, this one's down to 6,500. So in our actuality, that was roughly even. However, with May down, it does look like another wave of Wolf Riders are coming out. When the wolves cry. That was not good singing. I apologize. I never know how to sing in low notes. I don't know how to make it come out well. There's another nice Dragon Strike, or nicely avoided Dragon Strike, I should say. Go ahead and big ol' Fire Breath on that bunker. Say, hey, get out of here. We're in the middle of fighting you. There's a Lightbound. Lightbound goes ahead and gives a one-person stun. They're going through the big ol' Calamity coming through. A lot of Scorched Earth underneath. There is the Deathwing Fear pulling people out. But once again, May is down. And we do have the Wolf Riders once again coming out. We'll go ahead and watch them be spawned. Look at them.
Fire, be purged!
They actually saved this keeper. You see 176 health on it? That is not fair. So just like they've moved immediately up top in order to try and take this down. This keep is almost gone, but it does mean there's going to be slightly staggered in terms of when their Wolf Riders will get into position. Middle one will be next. So they do fall back. They don't want to overcommit and get killed because it'll be a kind of a free cleanup. There's a stun onto Credit Cloud. Credit Cloud backs off. Already abandoning top fort and moving into the middle. Looks like there was a somewhat auspicious attempt at the flank from Rydros trying to come around. There's another arrow, does kind of catch side piece. Kobe up in the top, kind of being aggressive on, but they want this keep. The keep is what they're interested in. They already got the bottom keep. They want this one as well. What a good defense so far. Nope, keep does go down. Only one shield left, 20 armor. And with that being taken care of, we do go in and have a lot of position in the middle. There is a freeze coming out, not quite catching Credit Clown. Here's Leviathan going ahead and getting a little bit of fire burn to his backside. Are they actually trying to get the third keep? You don't actually need the I mean, I guess they can't end, so why not? Oh, there's quite a bit of taunt on the side piece. Credit Clown right in the middle of a lot of stuff, but Leviathan does miss with the stun. Credit Clown trying to move around, trying to keep this from happening. There's a flambe coming through the middle. Nice gust from Chorus. Very, very low health bars, but no one actually going to be gone. Except for, do they know Shinboku is here? They do not? Oh, that's tragic.
The Horde's captured more of our troops. You know what to do. Fire, be purged!
Once again, top lane is going to be purged. All this free experience, but both sides do have level 20. do move in order to, although this looks like it will be answered. We've got the other team coming in. Are they going to be able to successfully invade on this? Leviathan sees them coming. The rest of the team is not with Credit Clown. Credit Clown scouts it out, but this actually is an opportunity because they could move up for top boss. They're coming across the map. The boss is down to just above 50%. I do think they'll be able to get here first before the boss is captured, but it will be close. They back off. Kobe is in the area. Kobe will need to go in. They're very close. Deathwing is ready to come in. Deathwing lands. There is a great 3-person ice wall. Catches a lot of them in the area. The bunker is down. There is the Mighty Gust. Deathwing could not be moved by it, but everyone else is out, and Deathwing goes down. There is a nice, oh, yep, catches a lot of people. They have to move back because of that lava wave. Keep in mind, at the same time, this is through. This boss does have the potential to end. No, Porix is there. And actually, I'm not sure that's true. I think you have to have a wave with it. A boss with 2 forts down is threatening to end. There is a great, oh, never mind. It stopped right before I thought it would. This may be the end of the game. If they actually all die here, it's going to be a big problem. However, they're staying up very well. Never mind, we have side piece getting a lot of K-Kissel is being focused upon. Nice blink heal out of the garage stun. Does go ahead and keep up. We do go ahead and have the Bandar Stormkite moving in order to help out. Clicon taking a lot of damage from the dwarf. Does get stunned right in the middle of all that. There is another endless tunnel keeping people out of the area. Bandar is down to about 50% health. And game number 2 does go in favor of Icecrown Citadel Knights. Let me go ahead and go see if we can find ourselves a interview. 1 second. Congratulations to them, of course. Alright, we'll go ahead and see who joins me. I'm sure someone will. Why am I not...
I'm too fat.
Alright, I am being joined by the Lich Queen and also Shinboku.
I'm sorry, it is Shin Bokyu. Shina Shin.
No.
I disagree.
This is how rumors starts.
There will be no lying on my stream.
That's his name in French Canadian. I'm sorry.
So, first of all, very much congratulations. Very, very, very well played series. How are you guys feeling right now?
Whew. That's the only word I can say. I feel happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with relieved.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do have to ask, you guys played an ARAM before I was around, because you had to wait for me to finish the other one. Who won the ARAM?
We won.
So in effect, you took a best of 5, an official best of 5.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had during this ARAM. Spoilers, because you won't be able to see it. But it was like Nazebo Zag, Artanis with Lai, and
you know what she means.
Lai.
And Zag, I think I don't remember, against like Anub, Rack, Stitches. Oh, there was a Stitches on our side, and there was a Stitches on theirs with Anub and a bunch of stuff.
So
yeah.
getting to the match that we actually saw.
Yeah, back at it.
Towers of Doom, you guys played astoundingly. And you did, of course, bring in that like triple global comp. Is that something that you bring out all the time, or was there something specific about their comp? You're like, we can just kind of control the map based on what they're drafting?
I mean, it's not something we bring all the time. Like, usually we don't get all 3 globals. Like, sometimes, like, they remove, or we remove the Brightwing. Sometimes they do remove the Brightwing, or, like, something like Falstad or Deaka. So it's never, like, all 3 of them. But we like to roll them, for sure. I mean, who does not, okay? That's the map. Like, who does not like that?
Oh, absolutely. It was incredibly well played. It was interesting because I definitely saw quite a bit of rotation up in order to kind of harass their Zool, in order to keep them from being able to just run and pressure both your lanes, because early game Dahaka does have to struggle until he can stack that enhanced agility. How was the communication on that? How did you decide when to go up and when you could put some pressure on Zool?
I mean, Shin can more, okay. What was the question? Can you repeat, please?
Basically, how do you determine when to move someone up to harass the Zool? And
I mean, it's
4-man with us a 3-man?
No, like, it's always, like, me and Korix, like, we always, like, talk to each other, like, if we can get a gank, we're gonna get it, and that's it, like, that's just it. And if we have our global up, like, then we can take advantage of that and teleport back to team fights, so that's how you do things. I mean, that's how we do things on our side.
Definitely makes sense.
I don't know if that answered the question.
I'm going to accept it.
Accept is not the word.
Accept is the word I use. Deal with it. But second question I have, moving on into Alterac Pass. Obviously, that was a map that I believe your opponents picked. It's hard to keep up with it because you guys changed which color
they
you
picked
were.
it. They picked it because seriously, we would have never picked it. Like, never. Okay, never on our will we will be like, let's go to Alterac Pass. Like, we don't hate it. It's just meh.
So when you got to that, you still played it very, very, very well. What was your plan on dealing with the fact of Deathwing? Because Deathwing kind of seemed like he'd be able to interfere with your ability to position your opponents, but you still managed to play around it pretty well.
Shin?
I think early game we were a little bit worried because like we didn't Korix play or Corey he plays Tychus, and we would have loved to have drafted a Tychus into a Deathwing, but I think that's the beauty of having heroes that also have percent damage later on in the game. Like typically I wouldn't go Giant Killer, but with a Mei who just sits still in her ice block and Deathwing who just is really slow and big, it's really easy for me to go with Giant Killer and just get value off all the walls. And I think Corey also went Giant Killer at 16 as well. So I think just coordinating and communicating, like that's what we're going to be doing. Like that's not usually our normal builds. And just catering to what's needed. I think once we got to 16, we just said we just got to be ahead of them so that we get the value. And yeah, it worked out. It really worked out.
We made it clear, like, before the game started, like, with the Deathwing. That was not actually something we expected like, last time they played it was an Infernal Shrines, which I was really surprised that they banned. Like, I'm like, they seem to be pretty successful on that map. So the fact that they banned it, like, I was surprised. And I think, like, the team would say the same about it. But yeah, that's the last time that they played the Deathwing, and I think that's the only time they played it. We expected them to pick it during the first game. With the Tychus ban, it basically, like, we were not sure about it. We were like, okay, maybe they're gonna play it then, but no, that's not what they picked. They picked it during the second match, and we had no way to know that they were gonna pick it like late in the game.
So, those are the questions I had prepared, but I do always ask, where does the name Icecrown Citadel Knights come from, even though I kind of already know the answer?
Yay! I can answer that. It's just because of my gamer tag, and yeah, like it's my favorite WoW instance, and like I mean, like the Lich Queen. At first, I wanted it like to be like the Lich Queen's Icecrown Citadel or something, but I was like, no, that's too. I don't know, like that's too appropriative. I don't know, like it's like it's not selfish. It's self-obsessed. I don't know.
Wait, it kind of reminds you of those when people make it too big and it'll be like, you know, Tom Clancy in big letters and then down below is the name of the book and you're just like, dude.
That's not the only thing it's about. There's other characters in the book or in the game or but yeah, like that's where it comes from, and like I'm glad that it's not just like the Lich Queen's something, because like expanding the organization, that would have been terrible. The Lich Queen's organization. No. That would be awful.
So those are the questions I had. Let me go ahead and turn it over to you guys for the shoutouts I'm sure you want to give.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go. I can go first. Yeah, I can go first. I would like to thank all the ICC fam that was there to cheer for us in the chat. Like the crew from ICCQ, ICCK that plays with us, the ICCR and ICCA as well. I'd also like to thank Meebus, that is our official cheerleader. Our coach, Xenorus, always like amazing to work with. You obviously, Caster, always making it very fun. Like I always like to watch you after the games and also to cast with you as usual.
After the games, you don't watch during the game? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I would like to. That would be. I don't know if that would be considered cheating, even with the delay. But I keep it open during the game, but like tab down. I would like to thank the team for sticking with us. Like that's been great, especially with the donation tonight. Like that's amazing, and I'm really thankful. And keep up the good work. Shin.
I don't know how you follow up with that, but I'll say first off, GG's to Phoenix Rising as well, just for being good sports. You know, just playing the ARAMs with us, you know, doing the 5v5 in-house while we were, you know, just waiting for you to join us, Raka, and cast us. We really appreciate it. I know like things kind of went behind on your end, like with the other match, but like we really appreciate you, you know, sticking around and doing it for us and being energetic.
Always?
Yeah, no, it really makes a difference. Like, you know, when you know that you're being casted, like regardless of the outcome of your games, it's always nice to see that, you know, you have a replay, you have someone watching, and it's also great for replay reviews. You get just a different perspective as well. As usual, thanks for everyone in the chat supporting ICCK. I know there's like some ICC family members in here and some other people. Special shout out to Shay, Mimi Pie. She doesn't usually watch, but she said she'd watch today. So yeah, so I got to make it count. Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, I know, Daddy Daddarino Xenorus. We didn't do it. We didn't do it in 11 minutes, but
man.
We really did try. We really did try.
We failed them.
Yes.
I would like to thank my family as well for hearing me scream and be like, yes! At the end of the games, and yeah, they're still supportive, even though like I don't do a lot. Yeah. Like your damn video games, right?
Yes. But that's all I got. Like, just love all around, and thank you everyone for being a part of it tonight.
Of
thanks,
course.
thanks, Phoenix Rising. Yeah, as Shen said, I forgot to thank them. Thanks for actually your patience, being able to wait for Raka. Like, we really appreciate that, and the good sportsmanship as well.
Yeah. Can't fry CCK for dealing with my shenanigans all the time.
And yes, speaking of
yeah.
having to wait for me, just an announcement. If you're playing a match, don't take 10 minutes between games.
Did we?
No.
You didn't?
No, shots fired. I'm just gonna say shots fired and leave it at that.
Regardless, congratulations. Enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
What wouldn't you do?
I'm sure there's something.
I'm curious now.
BRB, I'm getting my gloves. That's it.
Can we get some boots for victory?
You have to redeem channel points for that, and plus.
Oh, come on!
Okay, actually, discount boots.
I cannot see them, but I will see them in the in the
So
VOD.
the ones that I have available, I'm not wearing them right now, but
I'm thankful for you to take this time to show us your boots without redeeming points. Like, that's a really good reward after winning this domination, or first of the season.
with that, I'll go ahead and let you guys go.
Yes.
Again, congratulations, and very, very well played matches.
Thank you.
And for the rest of you guys, we'll go ahead and go over Raid Icex. There was supposed to be a cast of this game, but I don't see Eric online, so something must have happened. But go over there, enjoy him, and cheer on more people because people are awesome.